a lot of the books that I have, they are secondhand. And that's actually the thing that I like most. I love going into a secondhand shop, a secondhand vintage bookstore where it smells like an old man's house. There's like dust everywhere. There's like books in a state of disintegration. And like 99% of those books, I don't know the titles, but every once in a while you pick up a classic. You pick up an interesting book or a classic, and over the past couple of weeks I picked up a good few. Now, naturally, let me just show you, naturally these books have been on someone's shelf for decades, and they bring these books to the bookstore in a state of, like, a lot of these pages are peeling, they are, like I said, disintegrating, they're yellow, and that, that for me is, it creates a conflict, because I like my property, and this comes from school days, I like my property pristine, orderly, meticulous, no doggy ears. If you had seen me in school, my teacher used to take my copies and she would show them to the class and be like, girls, this is what I want your copies to look like. This is Alina's copies. This is the example that we want to follow. Now, enough of me showing off. I'm a bit of a show off, I'm I? Point being, it just creates a conflict for me, because my hands now are dirty because I've been handling my books. So I went to the Chinese store downstairs where you basically get anything you want, supplies. And I got covering paper, and I'm going to cover my books. I covered one already. I covered my Dostoevsky. And it just brought me back to my school days when I used to, September, 1st of September, you go shopping, you buy all your school supplies, your copies, and I would come home with my wrapping paper and I would cover my books. I would cover them, and then I would buy covers for the copies, and I would just like spend all my time doing that. So I am now in the process of covering my second book, which is it's actually, this one isn't a second-hand book. I bought it on, I want to say Amazon. Yes, it was Amazon. But a lot of the books I read, I either get a Kindle, I either get a version on Kindle, but when it comes to a classic, I do like to have it in paperback. There's just something nostalgic and almost romantic in having a paperback. And I also find that if it's a paperback, I tend to read it more often. The habit of reading it's like, trust me, it hasn't been easy for me. I'm not someone who, reads on demand in the past anyway, but I've been making a concerted effort. And maybe for the past year or so, 2 years, read more than I've read in the past 10 years. And it comes down to me having the hardbacks or the paperbacks. So yeah, there's just not much point to this video, just that I'm covering my books. I haven't read Ernest Hemingway yet, but I picked this up for, how much was it? €3. €3. The Great Gatsby. I read this last month. €4. €4. This doesn't have a price, but €3. This one I picked up for €1. It's so exciting. Yeah, so there we go.